Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be honest guys, I didn't want to film, well, I did want to film it right now, but I wasn't going to. I was just gonna go to bed. But I got like a little moment of inspiration. One of you guys' comments was very much looking forward to this review, and I've been putting it off just because I've been going through a couple personal life struggles. Nothing like that I need pity for or anything like that. But if you guys could pray over my mother and father, I don't want to give any more context than that, but if you guys could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. I would appreciate it tremendously, because I do believe God is powerful, and in Jesus' name, anything is possible, right? If it's His will. But let's get right into this review. Now that I'm actually sitting here filming it, I'm pretty, excited about it, just because it's easy to talk about these things for me, to be honest. So real quick, I'm reflecting on all the reviews I've done and everything, and it's funny how these videos can get thousands of views, and it's just the guy talking about a pair of gloves, right? Boxing gloves at that, right? That he got and what he thinks, right? So shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. I gained 40 subscribers in the last month, so that's insane. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for all the shares, the likes, all of that. That's awesome. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot. So yeah, that's pretty funny. So hopefully Rival got some sales off of that video, right? So if they want to, hook me up with a pair of gloves for me to review, I do this stuff just for fun, right? So that'd be pretty funny, right? If they were like, here, review this, okay? Anyways, so main topic of today's review is going to be the HDE-F Rival RFX Guerrero training gloves, okay? So I'm gonna put my glasses on. I got new glasses, by the way. If you guys don't know me in person, this will be a pretty big change, right? So let me just lace up the gloves, because right now they're a little ugly because I was training in them and letting them air out and whatnot. But here we are. Okay, front view, okay? Ignore the lace and loop. Okay, HDE-F Guerrero. Back view. Okay, been pretty consistent with this glove. I'm gonna tell you right now, this glove is my new favorite glove. Okay, I know in my last review video, this was my favorite glove at the time, but now that I've used these both consistently with time, don't get me wrong, they're both amazing gloves. If you get this one, you didn't make piece of hair. You didn't make a bad choice. You get this one, you didn't make the better choice. It's just different, and you have to know your personal preferences and stuff like that. But this has become my new favorite training glove, okay? So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to boxing glove, I'm sorry guys, freaking hair. If you're new to boxing gloves and stuff like that, Rival, okay, it's the boxing brand, they make this glove line. It's called the Guerrero glove line, okay? It's their highest tier glove. It's the most expensive ones, right? And they have two different types of padding. They have a soft foam horsehair, and they have, I'm not too sure what HDE-F means. I always forget, but I just call it high density foam, right? That may not make sense to you, but in my head, that's what it makes sense. That's what makes sense, because it's pretty dense, right? And I'll show you that. I'll get into that in a second, okay? But that's how, it'll always tell you right here. You see that? It says HDE-F. This one says SFH. It'll always tell you, okay? It tells you the ounces and everything there. But yeah, this is easily my new favorite glove. So I'm gonna take off my watch and I'll talk about it and everything. First thing I want to talk about is, let's go over the appearance. Let's do durability and performance. I'll keep it at those three. And appearance, durability, performance. And then I'll go ahead and compare it to the SFH. Give you my honest thoughts. Give you which one I like more, which I already told you, and why I like it more, okay? And what I think, is it worth your money and whatnot, okay? So first things first, let's get right into the appearance. It does not differ too much, okay? Right? This is when I'm pulling the laces. You see it gets really nice around the cuff, okay? It does not differ too much from the SFH version of the glove. I'm also gonna put this on just so you can see, okay? It really doesn't differ a lot, okay? It does have a slimmer side profile. So you see this one's a little more puffy. It's a little more poofy, right? If you guys remember, that's one of the things I mentioned about this glove, is that it puffs up a little bit. All right, so you can see it slightly here. Okay, you can definitely see it from the side, from the front. Not so much, just a little bit, right? More so around like this part right here, the knuckle, if you pay attention right here, this part, right? Puffs up a little bit more. This one, not so much, okay? So yeah, it's pretty much the same glove, but once you get more experienced in seeing these more often, you'll easily be able to tell which one is which. The HDE-F glove is always has kind of like a matte finish, okay? It's not really glossy, it's not really too bland, I guess you could say. It's always like has that matte finish, okay? And you'll be able to tell this in the red, blue, and the white, especially in the white, you'll be able to tell. And then the black, obviously pretty self-explanatory. It just kind of has like a matte-like finish. Whereas the SFH Guerreros, they do not. They appear a little more glossy. They're always a little more glossy, so you can see the light kind of reflects very nice on that. They always come a little wrinkled. I've seen a couple comments of some of you guys returned this glove because it came in wrinkled. And I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, but that's kind of the point, right? That's how horsehair gloves look. Look at the Everlast MX, the MX2s, the original MX, the fight gloves. They all kind of come a little wrinkled. That's just, you know, the nature of the padding. So there's nothing wrong with your glove. I know some of them come a little shaped a little different. I've seen it looks a little funny. Like the right hand will be super like this, and the left hand will be like super, you know, open like that. Again, you just got to use the glove, okay? So if you get a pair like that, don't worry, your gloves are fine. You don't need to return them or anything. I would only return them if, you know, they come in like peeled or something, especially if you're paying, you know, the price point for these, which is $259 to $289, depending where you get them, right? Probably more, somewhere less, right? Depending discounts, you get the point, right? But yeah, so that's how you can tell the difference between these two. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can see like right here as well from this angle. This again is a lot more, it's a slimmer profile, right? It doesn't really poof up, whereas this one, it does, okay? It's soft though, it's really soft, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. Performance, well, appearance, performance, durability, okay? So appearance, you already know I gave this glove, I believe, I wanna say an 8.5 or 10 out of 10. And this glove's review, it's the same thing, to be honest. It's the exact same thing. It looks cool, man. It's a really cool looking glove, especially in the black. I don't really like black gloves and stuff like that just because it's a pretty bland color, but the more I started to use it and when I saw it in person, I was like, this looks sick, especially with the black laces, right? Because most of the gloves that I've had, actually pretty much all of the gloves that I've had except the black RS100s have had white laces. So I've always been used to seeing this, and then obviously they get dirty and whatnot. This glove doesn't get dirty at all. You really can't tell. It looks, if I showed you this glove and I said this was brand new out of the package, you would believe me because that's how it looks, right? It shows minimal wear and tear, which is what I love. I know some of the newer batches start to have some issues in like the printing, especially on this part right here, the handcrafted with pride, like it'll look really messed up. But again, that's just a personal preference thing. Like, it's not going to take away from the glove. The glove is going to be fine, right? But it's more of like the physical appearance that starts to kind of get a little shifty with these gloves, man. And that's been a recurring thing with the RFX Guerrero glove line. The pound for pound edition, I will do a review on that. My friend has a pair and I'm sure he'd be willing to let me do a review, but those are great. No physical issues that you'll have to worry about on that glove. It's mostly the horsehair ones, okay? HDE-F, you can be pretty confident that your gloves are going to be fine, okay? So yeah, appearance, same score as last time. Nothing changed. It's the exact same glove. And the durability, okay, this is where I really want to give it some points because I have not had this glove a crazy long time, but what I can tell you is that this is not going to be one of those gloves that is going to break down on you very easily. This is going to be a glove that you can probably have around for a really long time, and the padding will stay intact as long as you're not doing something ridiculous and intentionally splitting the padding, okay? Because I do that with some gloves, not intentionally split the padding, but I open the gloves like this, right? And sometimes to do that, you have to press down on the padding. Now, with this glove, to be honest, I would not do that just because of the nature of the padding. It's a little more firm it feels like if it's, I mean, all gloves are intended to kind of keep that shape, but I feel like with this padding specifically, I don't know if this is really making sense to you. It's not meant to be a super open glove, right? Whereas with the Guerreros, if you guys remember, I talked about this, you can open these pretty easily, right? Like you just have to use them, and you see. Whereas this one, you really have to, you know, fight to open it. Not a good thing if you like to fight like this, right? You like to do all that, right? Not a good thing. But I think the pros for me outweigh the cons in that, because I usually like to keep my gloves open, okay, like that. But what I realized in using this glove is just how solid you feel punching something, right? The horsehair Guerreros, I talked about this a lot, right? You really feel your knuckles a lot. You really get to emphasize those, you know, turning over your punches, making sure you're hitting with the right spots. This glove does that just without the discomfort of this glove, if that makes sense, okay? So this glove, you can go pretty ham on the bag, and you're just gonna be fine, to be honest. Like it's like this, but better. Now, where I will say this probably will lose some points in comparison to this is for sparring, which ironically, they're both sparring gloves, right? Same glove, just different types of padding. I would prefer this for sparring right here. Why? Because it's a little softer, number one. You can punch through it a little easier, but it's just easier to open, right? On the bag, I guess, you know, depends how you box. Some people like to frame the bag like this, you know, like, too. Like everybody does this, okay? I don't really do that on the bag. I kind of do, I do this more. More of like this area rather than the specific wrist and the hand and everything. So I do like some of those, you know, everybody does kind of that. So this glove is good for that because you're not really needing to open your hand a lot. Whereas in sparring, it's a little different because you're getting punches thrown at you. So you may want to, right? You don't have to, I mean, you practice it on the bag. Like you should always move your head and imagine as if someone's throwing a punch, but an actual application, if we're just talking about strictly boxing and everything, this glove is going to be much better for you than for that. For bag work, mitt work, any sort of pad work, right? This is going to be much, much better for you. It's going to protect your hands a lot more. The wrist is going to be the same. All of this is going to be the same. It's just the padding that's different. And I did not think I would like this glove as much because I fell in love with this glove very quickly. It still feels fantastic. Like every time I put it on, I remember why I love this glove so much. But then like when I start using it on the bag, my knuckles, you really start to feel it. Like that first layer, not the first layer, but yeah, the first layer of whatever they used. I know the first layer is horsehair, but I guess the shell that they used before that, it's just uncomfortable when you hit the bag, and it really sucks because it's such a like good glove. Like it's fun, but it's just that uncomfortable feeling that you get when you hit the bag the first few times, or especially after a long bag session. It gets really uncomfortable on the knuckles, and that's not great, obviously, especially if you want to train for longer periods of time. So for sparring, I would give this glove the kind of victory. I know I said I would do the comparison later on. I don't know how I got from durability into this. The padding, that's what I was talking about. But that's going to be a lot better in terms of durability. The padding is going to be a lot more firm, so it's going to take a lot longer for you to wear that padding down with something like this, okay? Especially if you're using it often. If you're using this on the bag, it'll still last you a very long time, don't get me wrong. But if we're comparing miles to miles, you'll probably get a lot more miles out of this, okay? It is very stiff at first. I'm going to warn you right now if you are debating between which one to get. I believe these are sold out right now, and that they always take a really long time to restock. For all I know, they may be restocked already, right? But these are available in stock right now. The HDE-Fs are available for you to pick up if you want to get a pair of those. And to be honest, you won't regret it. I'm just going to be honest. I love this glove. It's become my new favorite glove. I picked this glove up more than any other glove. And just, I'm not saying this to flaunt or anything at all, but like, you know, everybody's like, oh, winning is the best glove. It's a great glove. At the end of the day, it's just a glove though, okay? And I grabbed this glove 9 times out of 10 over that glove, okay? And I'll do a review on that, you know, down the line, just whenever I feel like it's the right time to talk about that glove, just because I want to do other gloves first. But I like this glove more than that, to be honest. I think the winning hype is real, but you have to understand it's not as exaggerated as everybody makes it to see, makes it to be. People make it seem like if it's the softest glove in the world, if you hit the bag or you're not gonna feel your knuckles, it's like pillows. No, dude, you're gonna feel your knuckles a lot with those gloves. If you have real ones, if you have fake ones, you're still gonna feel your knuckles, okay? It's a glove, man. You're just, it's softer too, so that means you're gonna feel it even more. Where that glove excels is sparring. I realize this, the more I use winning gear, it's excellent for sparring. It is amazing at training. Excellent for sparring, amazing at training. Where I say this is the opposite. This is amazing for sparring, but it's excellent for training, okay? Because you're covered. It feels like your hands, your wrists are all protected in this, like, it's literally just foam, right? But like this dense foam that you can practice your techniques, right? Hit the bag, boom, as hard as you want. You don't have to worry about the repercussions of your knuckles, your wrists. Wrist can always be like if you hit it wrong, but like your knuckles, you don't really have to worry about the repercussions of that, especially if you're using something like a knuckle guard with this glove. You're gonna love it, to be honest, and I should probably leave it on frame so people can, see the glove. But yeah, I genuinely love this glove a lot more than this one. It really was a hard thing for me to kind of like accept, because when I got these, I was like, oh, it's the best glove I've ever tried. And I still stand on everything I said about it because it holds true, right? It's a fantastic glove. It's still technically my second favorite glove that I own. But it's just that if it was better on the bag, I would pick this glove over this. But because, a lot of times, at least recently in my training, I've been doing a lot of bag work, mitt work, stuff like that. This becomes more of like a daily driver sort of thing. Like this is the glove you pick up every day. This is the glove that I would put in my bag if coach says, hey, we're sparring today, bring your sparring gear, headgear, whatever. This is the glove I would choose for that over this, okay? I would still use this one right here, but I'm comfortable with this one. I know what I'm getting with this one. This is a very open glove. It feels fantastic when you're sparring. It's soft and everything, so it's one of those things where they're just different, okay? Neither one of them is bad. Neither one of them is, you're gonna make the wrong choice. Whichever glove you get, you're gonna be very happy with. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? So don't overthink this decision. At the end of the day, it's a boxing glove, okay? You're gonna be very happy with it as long as it doesn't come in all defective and peel with like this horrible. Within a month of you getting the glove, you'll be happy, okay? So yeah, I think honestly the HDE-Fs have been my most favorite glove recently. I'll go ahead and put them on and kind of show you the way they look and everything, just like I do in all of my videos, because I know some people like to see what they look like and everything. If you go on my Instagram, you'll probably see some training footage of me in these gloves. I know there'll definitely be some on my TikTok if you want to see. And lately it's been this glove more than anything, right? So if you're wondering why, it's because it's a really good glove, okay? Like I said, the padding is just firm, it's dense, okay? The glove is more compact, right? It doesn't really puff up, it kind of keeps its shape. And it just works really well, okay? So again, it's not as easy to open up as something like this glove, right? You really have to, and you can hear it, like, pretty funny, right? All right, so look, jab, two, okay, you get the point. It's a cool looking glove, all right? If you get this one, you're gonna be very happy. Okay, one last thing I do want to make a note about is the appearance. Some of the website, depending where you get it from, it'll show, like, for example, the red one, the new ones, okay, keep this in mind, the new ones have it's red, the glove, and this part right here, this gray, you see this? It used to be black, okay? So if you get your new gloves and it looks different than the pictures on the website, don't worry.
Here's your reminder. Go to bed.
It's Alexa. Don't worry, you didn't get the wrong glove. It's just they are manufacturing them a little different now. They look a little different.
Gemma, here is your reminder. Go to bed.
Just have to wait for Alexa to stop talking. But yeah, so I actually think it's kind of cool that they're doing that now, because in a sense it's like differentiating the gloves with this as well. So they're kind of subtly making those little changes. But yeah, another cool little fun fact that I thought would be cool to throw out there was that Artur Beterbiev actually trains in these. These are the training gloves he uses. He's usually training with his 10-ounce gloves because that's what he fights in, but when he's sparring, he's using the 16-ounce HDE-F version of these gloves, okay? So, yeah, if you want to rock the Artur Beterbiev gloves, just go cop a pair of these, okay? Black, if you want to be as close to him as possible. The white ones are really nice. The red, I'm not too big of a fan of the red ones, if you want me to be honest. The blue ones are sick. Black, obviously. The white ones, it looks like this, right? Same build and everything, but just white. Okay, so just imagine this color on this, a little more firm, a little more compact. And then you're looking at the HDE-F glove. Okay, so yeah, personal preference, I think so far, I'm just gonna have to give it to this glove, okay? I think this is an excellent training glove. I think it is amazing at sparring, but I won't say it is excellent. I would give this sparring glove to be like more excellent, and then okay at training, amazing at training, but not, you know, excellent. So yeah, to be honest, the HDE-F version of these gloves has the crown for me right now. It used to be this glove. Don't get me wrong. If you want this glove, if you've never had a horsehair glove, get the glove, dude. Don't let my opinion, you know, sway you away from this one. But if you want something that I personally think is going to be a lot more durable, definitely a lot more protective, and just, I guess, in a sense, practical in a training glove, then I would probably go with the HDE-F version of the RFX Guerreros, okay? But all in all, guys, these gloves are fantastic. I've tried a lot of gloves. I've tried Everlast, Hayabusa, Winning, Coleto Reyes. I have some of those reviews on my channel. I mean, I want to keep doing these reviews. They're fun for me, to be honest. And this glove, the series, and I call them a glove line because there's technically 3 or 4. 4 if you count the fight gloves, okay? But 3 technically, you know, different types. They have the SFH, the HDE-F, and they have the pound for pound edition, which is essentially this, okay, but just slimmer. Sometimes it feels a little funky, if you want me to be honest, especially since the older models don't have a grip bar. Like, they don't have this grip bar, so sometimes you'll put your hand in there and it's like you're gripping nothing. It doesn't make it a bad glove, but you know, the new models, the grip bar, you can even see it from the side right there. Let me get a good angle. Yeah, you see how thick that is, dude? Look at that. That's a dense bar, dude. When these gloves are brand new, be patient. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Don't get frustrated if they're not breaking in as soon as you would like. But yeah, so you're gonna be very happy with this gloves. Again, at the price point, $259 to $289 or higher or lower, depending where you get it, okay? Everything everywhere has different prices. It is, I'm gonna say the same thing that I said about this gloves. It's worth it, but I think it could be a little bit less, right? Like, if you get them, you're gonna be very happy, okay? But obviously the way that everything is just a little overpriced right now, I think this glove doesn't deserve to be that close to $300. But then again, like, I think Winnings should be worth like $350, you know what I mean? But that's not what they're worth. They're worth a lot more than that now. But again, it's just all perspective, right? If we're talking current prices, is it worth it? Yes. The state of the economy and everything, yeah, you're gonna love this glove, okay? You're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna want to return it unless, you know, it's just not your vibe, and if it's not, that's cool, right? But yeah, it's a fantastic glove. Don't worry about the wrinkles. If you get the SFH, like, watch my review on that. They're all wrinkly. Look, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to show you guys before I forget. The difference in the pattern. Dang, I can't believe I left it towards the end of the video, but look how soft this is. All right, see that? Especially right here, you'll be able to tell. Look, very, very soft. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm gonna just leave this here. Now look at this. That's dense, dude. Like, it's bending because I'm pressing on it, but like, if you could feel what I'm feeling, that's thick, dude. And same thing here. Look. Like, listen to this. Very soft, right? That's some serious hardware, right? Feels like you're knocking on some wood there, but yeah, that's what I mean about like this being higher density. This is obviously a little softer foam, so better for sparring, better for bag work, better for training, better for sparring. Okay, that's just my final thoughts on it. If you have any questions, if there's anything else you would like to see me review, let me know. Again, I do want to, just put it out there. My terminology with these things is not the best. Like, the lining, by the way, this is the same as that, so that's why I didn't cover it. The lining, obviously the piping and everything, I'm not too familiar with the terminology, but I can tell you about the glove. I can tell you if it's a good glove, if it's a not so good glove, and everything like that. And these are fantastic. You're going to be happy, okay? Don't overthink it. If you want it, get it, okay? But just consider the price point. Consider your options. By the way, I just want to put it out there. There's so many people in comments just slandering Cleto Reyes. They're saying that those gloves are horrible. Oh, they suck. They're so overpriced. Dude, what is this bandwagon of hate that Cleto Reyes is getting right now? Those gloves are fantastic. They're just big. That's it, okay? They're fantastic gloves. They're extremely durable. If you don't know what to get and you want to really just get that glove, okay? You're going to be very happy. But all this hate is so uncalled for. Why is it getting so much hate? It's not fantastic, right? But it's a very solid training glove. Like, if you get that glove and you don't like it, you're on the bandwagon, or you just haven't given it time. Like, you think every glove is supposed to like feel super comfortable right out the gate. No, you got to use these gloves, man. You got to use these things for a good amount of time before you can decide if you really like it or not, okay? Unless it's causing you some like serious issues, like no boxing, no life gloves. Dude, Canelo's my favorite fighter, but those gloves, I'm sorry, were absolute garbage, to be honest. They were really bad. Really bad gloves. I can't speak for the fight gloves. I definitely would like to review them one day. And maybe, his new training gloves are good now. But the ones that I tried, I'm not too sure what model that was, if they've switched manufacturers. I know they were made in Mexico. Those were hot garbage, man. But yeah, I just felt like doing this review on a whim. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I hope this helped you decide, between which one you want to choose. Again, just to kind of put it out there, this is my pick for the winner, right, between these two, the SFH and the HDE-F. I didn't think I would like it as much because I tried it on before and everything, and I was like, how good can this glove be? It just feels a little hard. I like this one better, but the more you use it, the more you train in this glove, it becomes that glove you just grab, you're gonna love it, man, to be honest. So will you on this one, but if you like sparring more, okay? So hopefully this helped you decide what you want to get. My name has been Anthony Rivera. You can call me Ant, you can call me whatever you want, just don't call me any bad words or names. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see me review, let me know. I do want to do some shoes. I just did the Everlast shoes. I do want to do the Nike Hyper KO 2s, the Hyper KO 1s, the Macho Mas. I want to review all these things. But obviously just with time, I don't want to rush everything because then it just won't feel as authentic and I won't be able to give you my honest thoughts on these things. I do want to review, winning headgear, winning cups, stuff like that, just to tell you how they feel and whatnot. So, yeah, aside from that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. It's pretty late here where I'm at. So stay blessed. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments. Again, just want to say thank you guys for the 40 subscribers I gained in about a month, which is insane. Like, when I was a kid, all I wanted was to get past the 100 subs. I was like 10, making YouTube videos. That 100 subscribers mark felt so distant. And then when I got there, like 12, 14 years later, it just was like, well, dang, what the heck? Like, this is something I wanted for so long, and now we're here. Now we're 65 past that, so we're at 165. So that's pretty cool, okay? But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you. Have an amazing night or amazing day whenever you're watching this video. Hope this helped you decide what you want to get. Rival, get at me if you want me to review any more of your gear. I do want to eventually review the Guerrero. This is not talking to Rival, by the way. This is talking to you guys. They just released a Guerrero, series headgear and cup, which is pretty cool, to be honest. I was wondering if they were ever going to do that, because they did the RS100 series cup, headgear, and all that stuff. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And that gear right there, let me tell you right now, the RS100 series headgear and cup is game, all right? If you want a headgear that's extremely similar to winning headgear, okay, but you don't have the bread or don't want to pay the bread to get real winning stuff, not fake stuff, real winning stuff, go for the 100 series stuff. The headgear, guys, I don't get paid. Nobody promotes me to talk about these stuff. The RS100 headgear is the closest thing to a winning headgear that you're going to get at a third of the price, okay? The weight is the exact same. The visibility is the exact same. The only thing I prefer about the winning headgear is the convenience and the durability of it, because the winning headgear is leather. So it just feels a lot nicer when it's on your head than the RS100 headgear at first, right? Because it's synthetic leather. It's a little, you gotta break it in, okay? And winning's leather is very soft already, so it doesn't require a long break-in period. And then obviously the little clip. Winning has a little clip, right? The Rival one, you have to do the little buckle and everything. But yeah, that's game right there. If you want to feel like winning gear, but you don't want to pay winning gear prices, go check out the RS100 series stuff. Rival's a good brand, man. Like, I'm really thinking about it now. They have a lot of good stuff. Don't get me wrong, they have some bunk stuff too. Like, their $60 gloves or $40. They're $40 gloves, but their stuff, their real stuff. They make good stuff, man. They're very intelligent with their hand ergonomics and everything like that. The positioning of the knuckles, the wrist protection. They do really good with that. Okay, so Rival, I gotta give it to you. You guys do really well with that stuff. Okay, I've heard really bad things about your shoes though, so I won't be getting a pair of those anytime soon. But yeah, aside from that, guys, have a wonderful night. I know I just rambled on. Speak to you soon.